Last Friday, there was a young boy who ruled Ghana. His name was given to us as Oswald, and we all know the story. He wrote a letter to his mom that the Ourday is coming, and therefore he would want some things. For God to intervene, the letter was leaked on Twitter, and Twitter people saw the need to come support. We saw so many companies, in fact uncountable individuals, people who decided to just help because they've seen a letter of request from a young boy. Afia Schwar has said something about this, and I want to ask my people whether they agree with her or not. First, she thinks Ghanaians are hypocrites because there are so many people who have come out, in fact needy people, let me qualify it, so many needy people who have come out to put out some of these requests that they want this and that. Nobody supported. But she sees Oswald to be a rich boy in the sense that he is coming from a rich home, therefore he does not need all the love shown him. There are some needy people who would rather need it. And I want us to listen to what she has said in a video. Then I'll come back to ask my people whether they agree with her or not before we move into the next discussions. Give it to us, DJ Sticker.
Ghana, Moya doyo, Muye nipa on my way. Menshia me domo. Oswald video na suppose trending letter ni nyina ye hu nenu anopa. Ye hu wie no na Vodafone ja ho, na MTN ja ho, na KFC ja ho. Marketing strategy beni. Hey, mumo nsema school ano. Aye adwuma. Vodafone, mutimi tu mika koma free data na nkole sua de wo dua ase. Me say kwa de me di KFC, KFC is not a healthy meal. Even their powder and their egg, it gives too much cholesterol. Mutimi koma Oswald sikeni beska. Na here for school under trees. And to me man no more atwase orphanage, Eye of the Lord orphanage no. Unim letters from Montreal. But can you omun intiema mu ye wudi for mu MTN kwa de the list said the anyway the mo fa nyere. Muto cake, Vodafone for my data. MTN my cake. I'm more than that. I said, what the fuck? Penny. Hey, MTN. Monfa delay brand ambassador. Why? Now, money to be a more pepperism. Yay. Vodafone. Mohu and you. Sa company, some could on right say a surprise. No, Massa. Mun you see more taxes. Now, for investing in the people of Ghana. Yen ye mamuska. Our day and one cause supporting in your tree without our knowledge. Money school be a can and I could promote him. Now, Mr. Drew, the main come here. Who kidding? So say cheese, chaka boom boom, or fun being a yard door in a fair and Kawoma, but we watch a cacao. Now, many video, now me the KFC quite a movie and DVMO, or man go school and that tree, or more cholesterol, no movie and could be me the shower becoming a mintriaka.
Ghanaians are hypocrites, published by the GhanaGuardian.com. It says controversial socialite and comedian Afia Schwar has slammed various companies and institutions that wronged the Christ Ambassador School to present items to little Oswald, a primary 4 people whose Ourday wish went viral. According to the comedian, little Oswald was essentially a rich kid and does not deserve such largesse, as there are poor orphanages and other places that need the donation or items more than Oswald. Dozens of companies keyed into Oswald's Ourday wish list, handing him loads of gifts during the end of term last Friday after Oswald's wish list published on social media platform went viral. Now, the Ourday list generated a lot of responses, with more than 50 corporate and business entities trooped into the Christ Ambassador School to support the young Oswald and make his wish come true. More than 50 companies, institutions and business entities presented items to the little boy, Mrs. Apia, a teacher at the school, and the school as a whole. But the biggest winner on the day was Oswald, and you have heard Afia Schwar talk about this. We are about to discuss this. Let me get the opinion of my people as part of this discussion. Kojo, yes, start Brainy Hosa. Mama be Jatama Kojo be 4 minutes be na emfanko. We de enkwara but yenti ya adwen ho.
Okay. What are people who uses social media for almost all the bad reasons complaining about this issue? So
shots fired. Is that how you started the conversation?
Oh yes.
Like those who are using social media for the bad
all
reasons.
The bad reasons.
They are the people complaining.
Complaining about this issue.
Those who use social media wrongly, they are the people complaining.
Exactly. We have a case study at hand right now.
Yeah.
Okay. So they have that mindset that social media is only for negativity. So nothing positive can come out of it. For Christ's sake, it's social media. We connect. We live life over there. So a young guy has written a letter for the mom. And fortunately, unfortunately, the letter leaked and has received the bars. So other people also who shares in the story decide to go there and celebrate that moment. And you sit back and have issues with this. Now it's now that you are coming to say we have orphanages and we have other
from her presentation, it comes across like she is reliably informed that what was done was kind of planned or something, and that some people were using this as an advantage to promote their businesses and services. From her presentation,
so it was.
That's how I understood her.
It was planned that.
So even the artist who performed, she thinks that they were really contracted to perform by some organizations.
For the boy.
Yes.
Who is the boy?
Oswald.
Does he have something special, unique that we don't know?
No, he talked about the school.
The school?
Yes, he said the school, the headmaster or the headmistress knew about this.
So
and it was a way to more or less like advertise the school.
Advertise the school. Okay, that was the afterthought. Meaning the artists coming in and the corporate bodies also coming in. Or before the letter. Everything was planned. Afia
thinks that everything was planned.
Yes, that's why I also said because she has been doing it. She knows how this game is done. So better maybe she will understand what is. But I am seeing it as somebody who is watching from whatever it is happening. That is, I saw the letter. Okay, a boy has written a very inspirational letter that my mom always forget to buy me stuffs. So we agreed that when I excel in my exams, you also do A, B, C, and D.
For me.
For you not to forget, let me pen it down for my mom too. And fortunately, it lands on social media and receive all the bars. Even if the corporate bodies are going there to tap into the hype, what is wrong with that? They are selling. They are making business. We have marketers who have to achieve their goals, their targets. And does MTN not support the needy?
They do.
All of them embark in several corporate social responsibilities.
But Kojo, would you also ignore the fact that at a point it got to that realization that so many people felt, okay, this is what everyone is talking about, even if I've not planned to do anything, because people are getting mentions in this, let me also go in there, tap in there and get a mention.
That is how it's supposed to be. It shouldn't be that.
Which doesn't make the donation or the giveaway real.
No, for the third point is, okay, something happened. Maybe somebody first donated and the others are sitting back. Okay, let me also go and add. That is how it's supposed to be. And that is what forms the celebration. That is what will make it more appealing. So it is not wrong for any corporate society to decide to go there. You don't decide for them. The fact that we have needy people, yes, they are there. So if somebody is rich and still getting rich, you don't complain that and at the end of the day, the guy even donated the items to the royal seed home.
Yeah, he did.
So for the fact that Oswald is not from a poor background doesn't mean something good cannot still happen to him. And you don't control social media. You have been using social media for almost all the wrong reasons. The way you come at people, you know that when you talk about them, you also get the buzz. This is what you are doing. Almost every issue, you put your mouth into it. So they shouldn't generalize it. Yes, we know we have the needy in town. But they shouldn't generalize this issue that, oh, you are hypocrites and we have needy and this boy is not in need and you guys are. The thing is about the letter. The thing is about the letter. How interesting that letter was. It's not about the gift. It's the letter. So we have to always attack issues with the right intentions. What is the conversation around the letter? The boy didn't come begging Ghanaians for food or gifts. It was centered on how beautiful that letter was.
Coming from a young boy.
At the point he says, give me the small one. I don't want the big bottle. It was interesting and beautiful.
Very, very detailed.
So that is where the conversation is centered on. Not on any other. Boy didn't come to beg. Oswald never came to beg anybody that my mom can't provide me these items. And this is social media. Good things can happen on social media like it has happened to this boy. So if Afia is listening, he can go and pick other people he can use his social media platform to propagate for people who are in need and move from some of the negative stuff that she's been talking about.
I see. All right, so Kojo King has started this discussion for us beautifully. Still looking at Afia Schwarzenegger's angle of Oswald's how should I even term it? His rise to fame. Yeah, so the whole of last week, Oswald was even at a point disturbing Sarkodie's trends on Twitter because Sarkodie come at number 1, Oswald number 2, sometimes Oswald number 1, No Pressure number 2, and it was a little bit disturbing for the No Pressure album. But if Afia Schwarzenegger thinks that Ghanaians and the companies, they are real hypocrites, instead of them to support those who are really in need, you go support a Dansuman boy who is rich. Her mom is working at the airport also, and you guys are giving money because you all wanted publicity. What do you also think about this? Kojo King has started the discussion for us. Let's do that on Twitter at Zylofon 1021 on Facebook, where we are streaming live. You can also give us your opinion there, and again on WhatsApp 0266 660 735. I'll be reading some of your WhatsApp messages. Stephen Forson, I'm sure you can continue from there.
That's me. March.
Mejoso.
Actually, started in Chia for the Afia Schwar. Good morning to everyone. In fact, social media now, my definition of social media sensationalism. The sensationalism is the definition of modern day grace. So I'll say it again.
I get it.
Social media sensationalism.
To get that sensational feeling, like this guy is the new sensation of grace.
It is the definition of modern day grace. Sometimes
this deep.
Oh yeah. Sometimes it's not about who you think merits it. It is who has received that unmerited favor, and that's the definition of grace. That unmerited favor. If you look at this young man, this young boy, let's look at the letter. What caught the attention of probably the famous person that posted it for other people for it to catch fire probably is the way the letter was written, and then the concluding emotional blackmail that I have done my part in the exams, so you to do your part. You understand? It's as if the boy and the mother went in some kind of agreement that if you do well, I'll buy whatever you want for you.
No, I'm sure we have all told our children before.
I mean, we always do that.
I've promised my children America if they do.
Oh, that is crazy. The things we promised our children.
They are going for holidays.
So sometimes we promise our children not really even wanting. I mean, we don't have any plans of fulfilling it. I mean, they are children. You have to do well.
And I got more points with the swimming pool, so.
So I don't think Afia Schwarzenegger should be angry with the.
No, I'm not sure she's angry, but is there a little bit of a truth in there that people also felt the need that okay, now it's no more about even what the letter is saying.
You see,
it's about what is being talked about, what is in the trends. Can I also tap in and win?
I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. Sometimes,
and that doesn't make whatever donation real. That is her problem, I think.
whether it is real or not, is her life real? Her life, is it real?
No donation is real in the first place.
That's I mean.
Oh no!
Let me tell you something about sometimes a human being.
Yeah, don't say that.
Sometimes
no donation is real. Oh no!
There's a mind behind everything that.
No. Yeah, I disagree.
But let me drive this point. Whether it is real, whether it was planned or not, the people and attention it got, and then the sensationalism and in the social media and all that was real. How people felt about it and how people talked about it was real. You understand? Forget about the plan. If whatever they planned, if they truly planned it, they are geniuses because their plan worked. Do you understand? And to me, that is it. And that argument of there are a lot of suffering children out there. Hey, people will not. People didn't start suffering today. And people will not stop suffering tomorrow. But that does not mean that we will not buy food and eat. That does not mean that we will not buy Gucci and wear. That does not mean that we will not buy Ferrari and drive. That does not mean that we will not fly abroad for holidays. That does not mean that we will not enjoy our lives. Nobody owes anybody in this world anything. That's one thing people must know. Something that you merit.
You are entitled to it.
That's I mean, there are rich people in this world. Some people are so rich. Look, the first 1%, the topmost 1% of the people in this world are richer than the rest of the 99% in this world.
Yeah.
You know, the entire malaria, how do you call it, research, the drugs, malaria is funded by just one person, Bill Gates. Yes. To make sure to end malaria. So people are rich, they can decide to, but sometimes we shouldn't be too you shouldn't feel too entitled. And Oswald's parents being rich, Oswald didn't play any part in it. It's not his fault that his parents are rich. Neither the poor children also, it's not their fault that their parents are poor. It is life. Yes, and yeah, idea one and a Ourday, and then come dinner.
Yeah.
And the pay, but I mean, when you're watching now, dear, it is because you have it. That's why you are eating it. It's not because you are hungry. Because the ability to eat has nothing to do. It doesn't have any relationship with how hungry you are. The ability to eat is directly proportional to what you have in your pocket.
Exactly.
Directly proportional. There's no relationship between the eating and hungry. The only relationship between eating and hungry is what? Is having money.
or having
the means to eat. Apart from that, people are hungry and people are suffering. People are suffering. But that does not mean that those people who are suffering, I wish nobody suffers in this world. Do you get it? But this particular letter and the sensationalism, and there are certain jokes you catch it obi no on car and yenisre. Letter we cry the obia. Yeah, the chat maybe excuse my language here Nivia. Until the emotional blackmail in the pass it.
Yeah.
Until letter in the pass it. But this letter was not meant for everybody. It was meant to the high class people, the upper class people who understands what these kind of things mean. For your child to give you that kind of emotional, blackmail, you don't. It is funny to some people. It is not funny to certain kind of. That's why it is certain kind of people that went in there to donate because they related to it. That joke was not meant for you. It was meant for somebody else. Joke can you cancel ewo is legon no. You cancel ewo Madina for Baba Boa. Manka, their grace in Madina.
You cancel with name.
Do you understand? Look, and my last point, there's this TV series I love so much. Big Bang Theory. Because I'm a scientist, I studied science in school. I'm all science. So Big Bang Theory is funny for me. It sounds so funny. But obesram ufiena mi yina me srea. Bia onye science in here. Ebe yo say ana papa we dey na ye no. Because you don't understand the funny aspect of what? Of science. You don't understand. I say, this guy, they don't mind him. He is 127.0.0.1. You will not understand. But do you understand this joke? You don't get it. But if I speak this thing to a computer scientist, he knows that if I tell you that you are 127.0.0.1, it means you are too local. You don't understand it. Because in our language, 127.0.0.1 is localhost. You don't, Master, do you understand it?
No, I
don't
didn't.
understand.
Now I know.
You are not in that domain. But scientists be no I say I am 127.0.0.1. Now I don't want to say that's funny there. That's very, very funny. Maybe but we won't say that joke was not for you. So if you're Schwarzenegger, if this thing is not funny for you, it's not your joke. Move on to another joke and go and laugh about it. Do you understand? But whatever time that happened, that gentleman's letter was interesting. And the way he did the diagram was funny. Or the specific nature of his request was intriguing. It was interesting. That's what people were laughing at. Look, people also do good in this country every day. MTN, Vodafone, they build units of classrooms every day. Maybe they don't drum it home. They don't come and then make too much noise about it. The way Afia Schwar could be at the orphanage or by other bloggers, maybe these people who are doing so much good in the country don't go drumming it home. So it looks as if they are not doing anything.
Like how Brad Sammy does.
Exactly. Maybe it looks like they are not doing anything. But when something good happens to a rich kid who also deserves, look, there are some rich children who are not happy. You may be living in a mansion, but you may not be happy. So if something good happens to such ones, we shouldn't make it look like or say papa. Sometimes you can be banso obi no man a hug. No, also in your attention kakra. So the hypocrisy should end.
All right, Stephen Foss in there. Now let me read some fresh comments. Gershon Amma says Kojo is too intelligent. Williams Kwabnabech says more grace, pray hard, blah blah blah. And Kingsley Opoku Frimpos says brother Sammy. Okay, brother Sammy, have you seen our hypocrisy as people and the bitterness we have in us when we see others flourishing? These are the Judases of our time. Judas was complaining when the lady poured expensive perfume on Jesus' feet, saying that could be sold to feed the poor. But Jesus, knowing his bad intention, said, "You have the poor with you always." So had this not happened to this boy, they wouldn't have known there are needy in the society that need help. They should search for the meaning of divine favor. Now Eric, let me go back. Eric Akowa says, I enjoy listening to this forcing guy. He is just a genius and wise. Now Chris Larry Gakbe, he says, great morning to the whole crew. Brasami, do you know the gifts gifted to Oswald boy was even donated to the orphanage home? Check this out. Yes, I think I saw the photo of that as well. Now Vidi the Shizu says, Brasami, the boy even sent all he got to the orphanage as well. Yeah, bra, that into the now person can. What's that argument? You watch here to now better to us.
Maja to make up your man.
Good.
Yeah, Brasami, I think Sister Afia should really, hold on to this, because as much as Ophelia said, people were tapping into what is happening at that time to trend. I think she's also tapping in by thinking she's making sense to also trend. Well, now, what should I say, baby? And I said, what should I
can you say, or no, Felice, a month for as corporate institutions now? I'm gonna tap into the activities to trend. Or not about tapping the account.
She's also doing the same by trying to make sense. And so sometimes nipa timi panyan sound. I'm say mo na fe o ma chire o mu jimi.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
I just don't feel say this was planned. Like Kojo King was saying, the letter, the content. Say Sister Afia woman ba say woman age na ba ko half of woman age na say obano na say watchuro bibi say ya. As a parent, how would you even feel? And I think say when this thing was going around online, man taking it serious when here. But until Saturday any year they na me say then na ekoso. Na ya me say like our day keke na akola na e one life. Our day then eko. And I started getting the informations and I realized this is how it all started. I don't think the boy had the intention it will even be big as it became. And for a smart boy like this to have this attention. I don't think that this happened just because as I said boy ninya eduani dia na CBB, but this attention will also help this boy to really grow to be the man he has to become. Because me share comments in media, people were tagging him to be somebody who is going to grow and become big in like intellectual level. And Ababia pizza be by he was counting. Even when he was being pulled to, pay attention to something else.
He was counting the pizza.
Pizza may come in our kind
to make sure that it won't be stolen.
And people were, on that making comments say, yo, in all this, and this boy has time to count his gifts and make sure everything. It was all part of it.
Wow.
So it is Akola way Aben 2025. Kony University. Nasa opeso standing for SRC. Input. Nasa okase me ena me ya Akola way ya. Ade we see year 2021. Over say and also Boami who say greatness is in the making.
Yeah.
I don't think this was planned. And if it was planned like Mr. Forsen said, then they executed it well. But for my sister Afia, I feel say this isn't how she was supposed to approach it. The best thing she could have even done by throwing her support and making the boy feel say we are all behind. But her sitting back and watching what was going on to also give us another dimension or another sector to watch and not pay attention to what is going on. I think she's also trying to come in a unique way to also get her attention, just as she has right now.
Thank you, Ourday. And David Ajay Link says, I just joined in. Kojo, you are more. Joe Steno says, big ups to you, Sammy Flex and your team. Now, Ike Aban says, first of all, great show, but Afia Schwar is playing the perfect game. Caught attention at all costs. I know Oswald and his family. They are not rich, a very modest and okay family he is from. Let's allow the boy to enjoy his stardom. Now, Fred Apia says, Professor Nana Ajiman also went to donate to the boy because of how he wrote this letter. Now, Bra Eddie says, Bra Sammy, at the age of 9, when I was writing, what I was writing was TOTO. It's good for boys and girls in urinals. Brady, Unye Papawati. I'm not finding our metro TOTO. Now they already wrap up the discussion for us. Let's go into another conversation right after this.
Sammy, I think I'll use an example. A rich man's car came to pass. And when example, Duncan Williams ni preaching. Oh, sorry, Sunday.
Okay.
My example, no say a Ghanaian and a Nigerian saw a rich man car passing. The Ghanaian said, "Oh, sike drew for no." Then the Nigerian said,
our boys.
Yeah. Then the Nigerian said, "Oga, well done. I tap into your grace. And me, I go buy the same motor." What I'm saying is, we live in a country where we are praying for grace, and then when it comes, we still go to church not knowing we've received the grace. So you find a lot of poor people going to church on the day where they have received grace to wake up and go and work. Then they will go for service at the time when they have to sell. They leave what grace has given them. And Sano Jumana and Anyamana wo tonwo market no ojaho kotena sorry them area. I think I would tena be a shop in now 20 no ako bompire and still praying for grace. Understanding the favor of God is not for the mere mind. You understand? In all these things that happened to the boy, the lesson or the one who received the blessing actually has not been talked about. You know. And small boy no so, Oxford no so, other pictures came up. And then people started doing things outside the boy's domain. So a certain picture of a certain small boy whose photo came where he was eating fufu.
Yeah. I think I've also seen that one.
There's a conversation going on that he's been adopted into Canada.
Yeah.
That is grace. You know, like I was say, your trigger baby na there was say when you adomo he will get it. You understand? If this small boy's letter, which was very interesting, didn't go the way it went, right? We would not have had certain conversations around kids at the time that kids' conversation was not in play. We're talking about Sarkodie's album. For once, Ghanaians switched.
Yeah.
Everybody was talking about.
In fact, at that point, it was disturbing.
Yeah. and you see that the good thing is that small boy any person on work every young person be sem na ye kan kola be a school be na ye kan. Our day. To the extent that people were posting photos of school people in uniforms and all that kind of thing. What am I saying? As a country, I feel like we have to learn how to be happy when our brother or sister is happy. And yet the biana be say you negative, I will be bimu. It's not every time. And then so the things me at a point I felt like the donations were small. So I was even tweeting. I was mentioning bigger companies, Southline. I was mentioning them. Hey, Mukoye say, because what we do, what she said in the audio is that you tax.
Now talk to your mic, please.
That be honestly, papa no mama. Some you su sanya me ya donate ma boy. You su. You know, I think it was a good occasion, and that there was no need. Or there's no need for anybody to come and say, Anna, then it was planned to promote the school. Listen, let me tell you, Joy FM, right, interviewed a small boy. And the thing the boy said, Mika, you know, at a point in time when the things started going viral, they themselves, then they had not even noticed. He had not, the boy and the mother, they had not even noticed. Because the mother, it was a friend of the mother who put the thing on social media.
Not the mother herself.
Yes, not the mother. Say,
showed it to a friend.
A friend said,
it's interesting.
And then the friend said, who can post now? I say, look at a letter that a friend of mine received from his son.
I know the ending emotional blackmail alone.
What am I saying? It's unnecessarily like we don't have to always come and be talking about some of this in here for negativity. It won't help anybody. Sammy, you say it here. Listen, if people, I have said it before, people help people with the wrong help. They don't need the help that they are giving them. Who told you say I'm walk on and come to home? Who told you that? Who told you say no or chat idea? Who told you say nipa no man atade no ka so oni atade? We are helping people with the wrong help. And so they will always come back to the street. They will always find themselves poor because they will hear na what the man and they will be so obetima man their boy ni nechi ni now jini nechi a obesa ma begina kwan no. With the mindset that there was no need for the hula, there's no need for what she's saying, and we hear like there's no even need to even mention any brand, like it's not important. Let's
there was something she said about KFC. I don't know if I don't know if they can see.
They should take her on because it is brand defamation. You understand? You are saying that their brand process
only beam now.
Yes.
Yes.
It's not healthy. So she has to go and explain
serious
it. A food and drugs board for Aja Tuma Yeton. See the brand should take her on so that they know that you can play with your little friends, insult each other on social media, but you can't play with brands. A brand like KFC is a huge brand across the globe.
Yeah.
Until when KFC be their brand, you should be ready for lawsuit.
So that's thing she said.
Let me land by saying that.
Yeah, I hear your time is up.
Let me land by saying that there are also people in the school and say, "You nyamane ko school on the boo or crank and your boy na kanisan kibida." Don't forget that. The fact that it might look like a rich school does not mean that Obia na rich ba.
Yeah, I went to Mosul.
From what has happened to the boy, it will be somebody's first time of holding an iPad in his or her hand. Even seeing kitty or even eating a pizza. Obua best school, Obua they share food. Obua tina name of business also jibidina. Obua nenyesa. You know what I'm trying to say? See, in this country, we are being taught culturally not to believe that we can all be rich and that good things can happen to us. So when good things is happening to us, believe say, and baby papa say,
Atuye.
Okay,
thank you so much. Yes, Kojo.
Well, in fact, Oswald's 24 hours on social media has been a blessing and impactful than Afia Schwarzenegger's whole entire presence in social media.
Oh,
for how long she has
no,
been
no,
on
no,
social
no,
media.
no, 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 don't say that.
Oh, no.
Kojo.
Honorable.
Kojo. They say two wrongs don't make a right.
No, what I'm trying to say
They say two wrongs don't make a right.
Maybe let me explain.
For you to say Oswald's 24 hours on social media is way important than if Schwarzenegger's whole life spent on social media.
Let me explain.
Do you know if has also adopted a girl that she's taking care of? The Adia Pena girl she's having.
Let me explain.
And if is taking good care of her so beautifully.
Let me explain.
Spending money on her, taking her on trips abroad. In fact, the girl is living large. Yeah, so I beg.
What she is known for, what Afia is known for on social media, is negativity.
Not all the time. Not all the time, I beg you. Not all the time, I beg you. Two wrongs don't make it right, I beg you. Now 99 Ideas says Brasame, please, can't KFC see you here? This is bad energy. It is not good. And William Scrabna Betty says showbiz God, either planned or unplanned, it is showbiz for Christ's sake. If yes, handles slaysism as a business. So if it is planned and the school owner is also a businessman, simple. So if she should stay in her lane. Our sister has made slaysism as show very attractive and lucrative. It brings money on her table. When they say, she will say she's a comedian, and if that is the case, then that is also a businessman. Now Kobe Cheiba says, boss, Sammy, you have helped so many people on the street, including me, but you've never come out to tell Ghanaians how you have helped people on the street. Now, Eden Mesa Chatome says, bringing Madam first and asking for a big present for the Madam appealed to emotions. The chronology of the demand from such a young boy, as well as how he ended it, asking his mom not to disappoint because he did not disappoint them in the exam, was something which triggered emotions. People saw it as an emotional blackmail, which they were laughing over, and luckily that got the attention of the corporate world. And the marketing managers of the companies were smart to hop on to such vibe. Recently, in a beef with Aisha Modi, Afia said the weed she smokes cost more than 5,000 a month. Does she know the number of deprived people such amount can help? Now, Kofi Asari Manu, I've seen your comment. All will be fine. Now, David also says, Brasame teacher Kojo has posted a similar story, and Stone Boy has decided to help the small boy. William Scrabna Beji comes again and says, oh, Nana, say that again. I've been here in Israel. What they give me is money, whilst I've been outside for 4 years. So the Jews, do they think it is money I want? I need the other thing, love, for Christ's sake. What is the other thing? King Vela, she says, you guys are doing a great job. And Ni Black says, Afia Schwar Benya Sempe. Alright, so let me see if I can read some of your WhatsApp messages before we move on to the next business. This one says, Brasame, I'm even planning to write my letter on my birthday, and I pray these blessings follow me. Charlie Emfa, and you'll be at the Brasame, you know something? Sometimes people thank God for what Satan give them. If he should stay in her lane, your regular guy, Jack Kemi. And this also says, I listened to an interview where Oswald said he wants to become an actor. Brasame, that means the boy wants to be in the limelight. Oswald could have asked his mom to buy the items for him in the house, but insisted that the items must be brought to the school on our day. BKB International sent that one. Proverbs 22:1-2 says, a good name is to be chosen rather than great riches, and favor is better than silver. The rich and poor meet together. The Lord is the maker of them all. Your boy Alexi Y2K, Afrobeat artist there. Okay, this one says, hello Sammy, most of the companies did not know he was from a rich home, but they were just touched by the letter. However, other kids benefited from this, and also the teacher in the school. If their kid and his family decides to donate to an orphanage, then they will also benefit from it. Everyone and his or a blessing. So it could have been anyone. Ben from Probi sent that one. Now Chris is giving us photos of the donation young Oswald did. Now, good morning, champ. I think the boy is blessed already, so no amount of negative stuff can change his destiny. Thank you, Kennedy Kendall of Kofi, Macho Man. Hope you are good. Atarasta says, Sammy, in fact, that boy needs plenty things like that. He needs Master Red Kaswa says, okay, I'm not sure this is for me. This one says, Mr. Ban, God bless you, and may you encounter blessings this week. Amen. This one says, Brasame, I'm Skyism. Where is the Lady Rev? The Lady Rev will be joining us very soon, not today. Brasame, remember our days, during our days, we those who bring food to school have our food being taken by the teachers, and a little is taken off our food and given to those who don't have. I'm Nikote from Choco. Yeah, I think you're right. All right, so some personal messages. Let me see if I can kill them. Now, Bible, he says, Kojo King looks like Kolege. Afia Schwar who did that. Now, Kojo at Gospel Billboard says, Brasami, do you know, because of the attention Oswald letter received, this boy in the picture who took Fufu to school on as his Ourday food, someone has also offered to take him to Canada. This is called Grace. Yeah, I know about this story. And Kwame, T-Flow's team member, he says, there is a similar occurrence in SA where a guy proposing to his girlfriend at KFC outlet, someone posted on Twitter to mock them. Lo and behold, the corporate world of SA went haywire and actually made the donations and even planned their wedding and other stuff. Afia just wants to tap into their attention. And Afia, must she have an opinion on every single issue? To reference schools under trees, it must be known to her that it is the business of the central government and not corporate institutions. Who doesn't know what MTN and Co do in this country? For her to think it's only the poor that must be helped, may I ask if she receives gifts from others, know how rich she is? Let's allow the little boy Oswald to be. Okay.